Hey everybody, this is a terrible way to start a video, but this is unbelievable. As we absolutely know what is going on for the most part without even having to have anything reported. This church is on fire. A man slammed his vehicle into it and ended somebody and injured 9 others in a mass event. I wonder which side of the aisle it's going to be. Oh, right. It's definitely going to be left supported at least. May it be a terrorist leftist or a terrorist Muslim. One way or the other, it is the left who supports these types of people, and it is the left who enjoys the destruction of Christianity as a whole. It's wild to me. I understand people not liking Christianity, okay? I get it. Everybody has their own flavor, has their own different things. But what have Christians been doing to deserve such an absolute heinous attack on them? Nothing. They're literally in a building praying, and then people have decided that it's a good idea to go and attack. Peaceful people. This is not going to be respected by anybody in the country. This is why the left's numbers are dropping like a rock. And the fact of the matter is when you go and check out leftists in general, they don't want to mention this stuff. They're just going to mention later on that, oh, well, they think it's just a right-wing guy. They're just going to not check into anything going on whatsoever. They don't care. But they will lie about what's happening. I mean, look at Destiny here. Why is it everyone on the left media content allows Republicans like Mike Johnson to just tell blatant lies every single time they're in front of the camera? I'm tired of treating these people like children. Please hold them accountable when they go on your shows, stuff like that. And just doesn't care. He absolutely is aware of what's going on right now. Many leftists are. I bet Hassan Piker's dead silent about it too. I guarantee you these people are not going to be talking about this until all the evidence comes out, and then they're going to try and do damage control and say, nope, it was a right-wing guy. Guaranteed. Yeah, last time he even was on here was oh, no, here's 3 hours ago. Well, you have to see the chart from the original study. Let's see. Figure 4 left-wing versus right-wing. Yeah, so this is his damage control. Look at that, It's kind of wild, right? They're like, oh, wow, look at this from 94 to 2025. All of this here. It's like, look, do you think this is defensible? Let's say that this chart is right, which it's not. It's very inaccurate. Very, very, very inaccurate. Because I wonder what gang members that go on drive-bys that end multiple lives or go into clubs and end people, what do you think their political affiliation is, right? See, this is the problem. It's a very cherry-picked thing. When they're talking about, like, attackers in general, okay, a lot of the times you can see that it's not done by groups, but by a sole individual. In this instance, we are seeing a pattern of the exact same type of people involved with the same type of militias, involved with the same type of ideology going and doing this, right? And a lot of these far right-wing attacks, too, were Muslim. Who's the one defending Muslims coming into the country and doing this right now? It's funny how it works, They're all like, oh, well, Muslims are left-wing now. And it's like, I don't know how in the world you think they have changed. They were always incredibly conservative. I mean, not conservative. And this is the funny thing. People misunderstand the word conservative. It's conserving your traditions. Muslims conserve their traditions. It is not compatible whatsoever with United States right-wing conservatism. It is extremely violent. But they are conserving their ideology of their religion, and most of these attacks, Muslim. Could be what happened today, but it's the left that supports it and is bringing them into this country. Now, I still happen to think, I'm willing to bet that it's an Antifa guy. Seems like it to me. It just seems likely with all the stuff that's been going on. But at the end of the day, could be a Muslim terrorist attack. Which, again, the left is responsible for. Because we want to deport these people, but the left is fighting us on that. Isn't it wild? Isn't it wild? And as long as Muslims are attacking the people that they don't like, they're definitely going to support it. Anyway, Pam Bondi here. I am receiving briefings about what appears to be a horrific incident and fire at LDS Church in Grand Blanc, Michigan. FBI and ATF HQ agents are en route to the scene now. Such violence at a place of worship is heartbreaking and chilling. Okay, so she says, please pray with her and all that. Let's see what the FBI is saying at the moment. If there's any updates whatsoever. 2 hours ago, FBI Detroit is aware of the critical incident in Grand Blanc, Michigan, and are responding to offer assistance to our partners. So we don't have any information yet, but we do know that the person has been taken care of. I don't think he's alive anymore. But I think that was in the synopsis up here, or I guess you could call it a synopsis, an overview, whatever you'd like to. A 40-year-old man from Burton crashed his truck into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc Township, Michigan, on Sunday morning. Opened fire on worshipers and set the building ablaze, authorities said. Police exchanged pew-pews with the suspect and ended him at the scene. While one victim was ended from their injuries, 9 others were treated for wounds and smoke inhalation at a local hospital. Officials described the incident as a targeted act of violence against a place of worship and are investigating it as potential domestic terrorism. Here's the thing, and this is what's funny. The left will come out and be like, oh, it was one of MAGA, and it's just like, yeah, you're right, guys. It's, just at this point, just keep saying it's MAGA. Because God knows that MAGA just goes out of nowhere and attacks their own to weaken themselves. That just makes so much sense. It's so obvious, right? The left is just completely unhinged. Let's see the latest on here. Now ask, why is Christianity constantly being attacked in movies, music videos, performances by some sects of other religions? They have almost succeeded in making Christian virtues toxic to even Christians. You can't end the truth no matter how hard you try. What is this guy talking about? Okay. I was thinking that he was trying to say that it is toxic, but he's saying that the people are making it toxic. The left is, anyway. I condemn this violence against worshipers. Another act of, probably. It probably was something to do with Antifa or the trans community or something like that. I just have a good feeling about it. Again, just because I think that may be it doesn't make that the case. And the left will take this out of context. They're like, you said it was this. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I just said that based on everything else going on, it's likely. Very likely. Because the ones that are going into churches right now have been left-wing. And there hasn't just been 4 of them this year either. There was several last year. Look at what happened in Kentucky. Look at, oh my God, there's been so many of them. It's unbelievable. Tennessee, there's been many incidents that have taken place all over this country. Extremist left-wing violence. And it's been on the rise like crazy. But they post their fake little chart. They try to associate Muslims with the right wing back then, and then they try to associate them with the left wing today, and it's just not going to work. It's so unbelievable. It is either going to be somebody who was in this country that shouldn't have been here, or a left wing terrorist. One way or the other, they are responsible. Absolutely responsible for this, This person said here, it's not a Christian church. It's Mormon. Oh my God. These people are stupid. These people are really stupid. Mormon is Christian. Don't know if you guys know this. Most Christians disagree with Mormonism, but at the end of the day, Mormonism is still Christian. Like, the left just doesn't know what they're talking about at all. Not even a little bit. It's really, really silly. If they've opened up the Book of Mormon, they'd find out that 99% of it is the Holy Bible. And the other half is Joseph Smith, what he was. They just added in a new prophet. Whether it's real or not, I mean, God, who knows what religion is or isn't, right? But that's not the argument. The argument is you should probably know what you're talking about before you come out and say it's not a Christian church, because it is a Christian church. Literally, if you look at the Quran, a lot of it, some of it is very much the Old Testament, but there's a lot that's really changed up a lot. It's a lot more brutal. I recommend you all read the Quran. I guarantee you no leftist has. I have one both in the original Arabic and in translated into English right behind me in my bookcase. I've read it. It is wildly different from the Bible. It is not just like, a lot of people made the argument that it was just like, oh, well, then it takes over from Muhammad and that's where it changes. No, it's much more brutal. It's much more brutal than that. And there's details left out. There's some more extra details in there in the older testaments, but they're a lot less forgiving. I can tell you that. You should definitely check into it. Anyway, just sad, horrific what happens to people sitting, worshiping, exactly, Who here is even for this anymore? Like, so why don't Christians use the word Christophobia? Because it's dumb. It's really, really dumb. We don't need to start labeling people as phobic because that's not what phobia means. The left has completely butchered the word phobia. And we're not going to sit here and do that, We like speaking in plain English very clearly. The left likes to change language so they can be more ambiguous. That way they can change what they mean. That way they can sit there and weasel out of what they're trying to say. Because they don't have conviction whatsoever. None. And that's what's sad about this whole situation is the left thinks they know what they're doing, but oftentimes have to change what it is that they quote unquote mean. Look at Hassan. There's a video of him, which I'll probably go over like later on, maybe tomorrow or something, or whenever I live stream next. There's a video of Hassan making 65 different threats. And then he has to come back and be like, oh, well, I meant this in Minecraft or something like that. And it's just bogus, They have to constantly try and change their words and say, oh, well, it's taken out of context. You missed the first 3 hours of what I said. And it's like, if I have to go 3 hours back in order to find context for what you said, like, that's insane. That's insane if you think that that's okay. And that's how the left is. They're like, nope. You showed an entire, because I'll show like an entire minute and make a 20-minute video out of it. Minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, maybe even 5-minute video of Hassan literally going out of his way saying, well, you guys, what are you doing? You need to end Rick Scott, And it's like, what does that mean? Do I need to go 3 hours back to find out what he was talking about with Rick Scott before he gets to the point where he says, yeah, he should just have his life taken from him? I'm like, what do you think that means? With the 3 hours or not? It still means the same thing. You can go back as far as you want. Doesn't add any more context, but the left just uses it now as a blanket to cover up what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They don't actually think that it was taken out of context. They're just buying time till the next attack. So there you go. Having insane Americans, your neighbors are not your enemy. Let's see here. Several IEDs were found inside the truck that crashed through the building. Yeah. Look, here's the thing. They're saying your neighbors are not your enemy. It's not. The people who were at the church know that. It's the people who attack the church that don't and will never understand that. They are too far gone. They are too far gone. There's no point in even making this tweet. They're like, oh, what are you all doing? This is, Americans or your neighbors are not your enemy. Look, you don't understand. These people are mentally gone. They're not okay. They are fully indoctrinated by the left wing. And it just is what it is, Grok spreading disinformation. What's this? This photo is from June 2025 incident at Crosspoint Community Church in Wayne, Michigan. The deacon rammed his truck to stop today's attack on the LDS church in Grand Blanc involved a 40-year-old suspect. What the heck? Yeah, Grok has been messing up a lot as of late. A whole lot. Yeah, this absolutely looks exactly like the truck from news reports. Why does it have a Iraq tag on them? What is this? It just says Iraq on the back of it. Is this a legitimate picture, actually? Let's see. All that would have came down on it. Everything kind of looks right. I don't know what the back of this says. Something R and then that doesn't seem right. I could make out the visitor's welcome up here, and it says Christ up there. AI isn't normally that good at making letters come through, so that seems pretty real. What's with the Iraq tag on the back? This very well could be a terrorist attack here. Put American flags on the back of the truck? Yeah, of course. I don't know. Let's see. Church. I'll just type in Michigan church and we'll see if there's let's see. Truck. I'm going to see if there's actual images of this truck before we go. Because that picture may be fake. Yeah, it's definitely fake. I think. Security guard neutralized. Okay. Let's see. It looks to me like it could be a fake truck. Because this looks like the truck. It's an F-150. Does not have American flags in the back. Grok may have been telling the truth there. That may have been a fake picture. It just depends. So, let's go here. Open fire outside church. Okay.
Off.
Wayne, Michigan. When was this? June 23rd, 2025. This is a different truck. This is the one where the passenger jumped in and stopped him. Wow, actually, how did I not hear about this? A good guy with a pew-pew? Wow. Go figure that nobody covered that. This must be the real picture then. But why does it say Iraq? That's what I want to know. Let's see. Church, truck, Ram. Okay. I need to find out why it's not really being covered by news right now. Is it just because it's Sunday? Okay, 59 minutes ago. Are there any photos? That's what I really want to find. I want to make sure that this is the truck because the fact that it has a little Iraq sticker on the back of it has me wondering if this is indeed a Terry. Where? I don't know where this. I wish I could verify this picture. Photos emerge. Here we go. Okay, here we go. September 28th, 3:01. It seems that New York Post has verified this. This is the truck. And it does say, it looks like it has that Iraq sticker. I want to see it better. Oh, man. Oh, it might not say Iraq. It looks like that was a blown up picture. Nope, it says Iraq. IRA. Yeah, that's definitely says Iraq on it. Okay. And this picture here, it's not digitally altered. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely the real deal. So it seems to me that they have an Iraq sticker on the back of this truck. It could be from a deployment. Who knows? I'm not 100% sure yet. I will absolutely update you guys later on tonight or tomorrow about this whole incident. Thank you all so much for watching. Pray for the families. This is horrific. This is absolutely horrific. I hate that I have to cover this. Unfortunately, there is more to come. We know there's more to come. The left has been preaching it. What else can we do other than just prepare for it? Guys, arm yourselves. Be careful. Stay vigilant. Like, subscribe, and share, guys. It helps a lot. Join my Discord down the link below, and I'll see you guys here in the next one. Later.